How did the Pogfather start the Pogs Craze? Imagine a simple game with small cardboard discs turning into a worldwide sensation. That's exactly what happened in the 1990s with Pogs, and it all started with one man's sharp opportunity. His name was Alan Ripinski, a smart California entrepreneur who saw a gold mine in a game that kids had been playing for generations. Ripinski earned the nickname Pogfather because he turned a humble Hawaiian milk cap game into a global collectible craze. The story begins long before the 1990s in Japan, where a game called Menko involved flipping cards to win your opponent's pieces. Japanese immigrants brought this game to Hawaii in the 1800s, where locals swapped cards for milk bottle caps. Kids loved collecting and flipping these caps, which often had dairy logos on them. The game stayed pretty small until 1991, when a school teacher named Blossom Galbais reintroduced it as a fun, safe game for kids. It was simple, fair, and fun for boys and girls alike. The game spread fast in Hawaiian schools, catching on with children across the islands. Ripinski was visiting Hawaii in the early 1990s and was introduced to the game by his girlfriend, a teacher. As a collector of trading cards, he immediately saw potential. He realized these small discs could be mass-produced cheaply and turned into a big business. He bought the rights to the name Pog from Haleakala Dairy and trademarked the design. Ripinski then created the World Pog Federation to oversee the game and partnered with the Canada Games Company to produce official Pogs. They marketed them as 100% authentic Pogs, and the craze took off. Kids loved how affordable they were and how easy it was to trade and compete. Soon, Pogs were everywhere from California to Texas, and then all across the United States. The game was simple enough for anyone to play but had enough collectability to keep kids hooked. The slammers, the metal discs used to flip the Pogs, also became collectible items. Some slammers had cool designs, stickers, or characters, making them even more desirable. Ripinski understood that kids didn't just want to play, they wanted to collect. Companies licensed popular characters from cartoons and sports to put on the Pogs, keeping the market fresh. The timing was perfect. Pogs arrived just before other big collectibles like Pokemon cards and Crazy Bones, making them one of the first big trends of the decade. For a few years, Pogs were everywhere. Kids carried them in their pockets, traded with friends, and built massive collections. But like all fads, interest eventually slowed down. The market got oversaturated, and kids moved on to new things. Still, during their peak, Pogs became a cultural phenomenon that defined a generation's childhood. The story of the Pogfather shows how spotting an opportunity, understanding what kids want, and acting quickly can turn a simple game into a worldwide craze.